Kiedy usłyszałem diagnozę nowotworu mózgu, pojawiło się niedowierzanie. Natychmiast zacząłem szukać informacji w internecie i trafiłem na artykuł dotyczący rokowania. I zauważyłem liczbę 5. Byłem absolutnie przekonany, że ta liczba 5 w tym artykule oznacza liczbę lat, które mi zostały. Mój umysł zaczął szaloną operację przewidywania tego, jak te 5 lat będzie wyglądało, jak moje życie dotychczas wyglądało. Ogólnie ogromna, wielka burza wytworzyła się w mojej głowie, gdy zobaczyłem liczbę 5. A okazało się po kilku sekundach, że ta liczba 5 nie oznaczała lat rokowania, tylko był to numer przypisu w Wikipedii, numer po prostu artykułu, odnośnika do artykułu źródłowego, który mówił o rokowaniach. Okazało się, że te rokowania są znacznie lepsze. Udało się mój nowotwór zoperować. Wspaniały chirurg wyciął guza w mojej głowie w samym centrum czaszki, co już jest samo w sobie niesamowite. Więc jestem dzisiaj całkowicie zdrowy, ale okazało się, że w tamtej konkretnej sytuacji to nie nowotwór był dla mnie niebezpieczny, ale moje własne myślenie, które spowodowało po prostu ogromny zamęt w głowie, stres, przerażenie, takie niezwykle ciężkie 5 sekund. I tak dokładnie działa nasz umysł. Przeważnie nie ma rzetelnych informacji, te informacje często są nieprawdziwe i na podstawie domysłów tworzy pewne scenariusze, domyśla się, fantazjuje, bardzo często tworząc scenariusze czarne, przewidując bardzo złe wydarzenia, które w rzeczywistości się nie wydarzają. Dziś pokażę Ci, że nasze myślenie jest większym źródłem cierpienia niż choroba, nawet bardzo ciężka choroba. I że tak naprawdę większość naszych problemów, jeśli nie wszystkie, wynikają z naszego myślenia. Zacznę od podstaw naukowych, pokażę Ci wyniki badań, które otwierają oczy, potwierdzają, jak naprawdę zabójcze mogą być nasze myśli. Następnie przedstawię Ci konkretną metodę, która pozwala te myśli okiełznać i by to przedstawienie nie było takie gołosłowne, to pokażę Ci nagranie konkretnej sesji z osobą ciężko chorą na raka, w której to sesji następuje właśnie uwolnienie zabójczych myśli. Będzie sporo konkretów, mam nadzieję, że sporo wartościowej, cennej wiedzy. Zapraszam na film. Być może kojarzysz mnie głównie z filmów o samowystarczalności fizycznej, czyli o tym, jak uprawiać własne jedzenie, jak dbać o swoje zdrowie, jak korzystać z ziół, z grzybów, by to zdrowie było w lepszym stanie. Ale uważam, że bez samowystarczalności psychicznej, samowystarczalności emocjonalnej, którą rozumiem jako taką umiejętność, zdolność do tego, by moje szczęście nie było zależne od zewnętrznych okoliczności, w każdym razie by było codziennie by było mniej zależne od zewnętrznych okoliczności. Uważam, że bez tej samowystarczalności psychicznej, mentalnej, emocjonalnej, samowystarczalność fizyczna po prostu na niewiele się zdaje. Absolutnym fundamentem jest nasza samowystarczalność psychiczna. Uważam się za wielkiego szczęśliwca, bo na swojej ścieżce trafiłem na wspaniałych, wielkich nauczycieli, głównie nauczycieli medytacji, nauczycieli wiedzy na temat umysłu. Jednym z nich, najważniejszym moim nauczycielem medytacji jest Jackson Peterson i do dziś pamiętam warsztaty, zajęcia z Jacksonem, gdy przyszedłem na spotkanie, odrobinkę spóźniony, bo spotkanie było za granicą, to trafiłem na takie pierwsze de facto zdanie, jedno z pierwszych zdań Jacksona, które mówiło, że samsara to tylko twoja bieżąca myśl. Jeśli nie znasz tej terminologii, samsara to jest, można powiedzieć, że to jest piekło na ziemi, egzystencja pełna cierpienia, więc rozszerzając tę myśl, całe twoje piekło na ziemi to jest tylko twoja bieżąca myśl. Ta myśl Jacksona mocno mnie uderzyła, była takim wstrząsem i przez długi czas po prostu z nią walczyłem. Nie zgadzałem się, próbowałem znaleźć dowody na to, że jest inaczej, że cierpienie jest gdzie indziej i że to nie tylko ta bieżąca myśl, ale z biegiem lat, z każdym kolejnym rokiem coraz bardziej rozumiem głębię tego jednego zdania i to zdanie zainspirowało mnie do nagrania dzisiejszego odcinka. Bo tak naprawdę jest to zdanie pełne mocy. Jeśli całe moje cierpienie to tylko bieżąca myśl, no to dużo łatwiej jestem w stanie poradzić sobie z cierpieniem poprzez uwolnienie takiej trudnej myśli, niż gdy miałbym po prostu zarządzać całym światem i ustawiać świat w taki sposób, bym mógł uznać, teraz wreszcie jestem szczęśliwy. Jackson Peterson jest mistykiem, który świetnie łączy dawną wiedzę kontemplacyjną z najnowszymi osiągnięciami nauki, ale zobaczmy, co taka twarda nauka akademicka mówi na ten temat. W roku 2012 naukowcy ze szwedzkiego Uniwersytetu Medycznego Karolinska Institute prześledzili losy ponad 6 milionów Szwedów w latach 1991-2006, z których ponad 500 tysięcy otrzymywało diagnozę raka w tym czasie. Wszystko na podstawie rzetelnych krajowych rejestrów populacyjnych i zdrowotnych. Analizując dane tak wielkiej ilości pacjentów, naukowcy skupili się na dwóch hipotezach. Pierwsza z nich mówi, że usłyszenie diagnozy o raku powoduje większą śmiertelność spowodowaną ze względu na choroby naczyniowe, głównie zawał serca. I druga hipoteza, że sama wiedza o diagnozie zwiększa ilość samobójstw. Skrupulatnie przeanalizowano obszerną bazę i wnioski były jednoznaczne. Wiedza o diagnozie raka rozpoczynała destrukcyjne procesy prowadzące do śmierci. Trzeba się jednak było upewnić, czy śmiertelność nie wynika z działania samego raka. Tę ewentualność jednak naukowcy łatwo wykluczyli. Fakt, że podwyższone ryzyko śmierci zostało zaobserwowane u pacjentów tuż po usłyszeniu diagnozy i to ryzyko zmniejszało się z biegiem czasu, jest sporym argumentem na to, że ta rosnąca śmiertelność po diagnozie nie wynika z destrukcyjnego działania samego raka, tylko z innych czynników, właśnie z czynników psychologicznych, ze stresu związanego z informacją o tym, że mam rak. Co ważne, podwyższone ryzyko śmierci zaobserwowano zarówno u tych pacjentów, u których wcześniej były jakieś incydenty zarówno psychiatryczne, jak i sercowe, ale również u tych, którzy takiej historii nie mieli. A teraz najważniejsze, konkretne liczby. Zapnij pasy, bo te liczby są naprawdę szokujące. Ryzyko śmierci sercowo-naczyniowej było 6-krotnie wyższe w ciągu pierwszego tygodnia po diagnozie i 3-krotnie wyższe przez cały pierwszy miesiąc w porównaniu z osobami bez raka. Pacjenci umierali na zawał serca, zatorowość lub zakrzepicę oraz inne choroby serca. Wyniki zapewne byłyby jeszcze bardziej niepokojące, gdyby naukowcy uwzględnili również udar mózgu. Nie zrobili jednak tego z ostrożności naukowej, chcąc wyeliminować ryzyko błędnej diagnozy chorób o podobnych objawach do udaru, np. guza mózgu. To jeszcze nie wszystko. Ryzyko samobójstwa w pierwszym tygodniu po usłyszeniu diagnozy było 12-krotnie wyższe niż u osób zdrowych. Autorzy badania podkreślają, że stres psychologiczny wywołany samą diagnozą, niezależnie od przebiegu choroby i leczenia, może prowadzić do poważnych, natychmiastowych konsekwencji zdrowotnych. W raporcie naukowym czytamy: liczne badania wskazują na wysoki poziom stresu i objawów psychiatrycznych u pacjentów, którzy otrzymują diagnozę raka. Czym jednak jest spowodowany ten wysoki poziom stresu? Głównie naszym myśleniem. To takie same tortury mentalne organizuje nam nasz umysł, jakie ja przeżywałem przez 5 sekund mojego błędnego przeczytania artykułu, kiedy pomyślałem, że zostało mi tylko 5 lat życia. Przy czym u mnie to trwało 5 sekund, a u tych pacjentów trwa to tygodniami, miesiącami, nawet latami. Umysł cały czas stosuje bezlitosne, konsekwentne tortury, dosłownie. Nasz umysł jest niesamowity, potężny, potrafi z jednej strony tworzyć wspaniałe dzieła, ale z drugiej strony może być dla nas bardzo destrukcyjny i myślenie może nas dosłownie zabijać. Może to robić tak szybko, jak w tym konkretnym przypadku, w tym raporcie, który Ci pokazałem, ale może to również robić i może to jest, wydaje mi się, że to jest nawet bardziej niebezpieczne, może to robić bardzo powoli, latami, dekadami. To zabijanie przebiega poprzez nasze ciągłe martwienie się. Martwienie się o spłatę raty kredytu, o utrzymanie, o zapewnienie środków finansowych, o to, czy dobrze wychowuję swoje dzieci, o to, jak inni mnie oceniają. Tych powodów do zmartwienia jest naprawdę wiele. Najgorsze jest w tym wszystkim to, że wydaje się, że nie istnieje taki przycisk, przełącznik wyłącz. I że tych uporczywych myśli, nawet jak mamy świadomość, że one nam szkodzą, że nie da się ich wyłączyć. Ale czy tak rzeczywiście jest? Czy jesteśmy skazani na te tortury umysłu i nie możemy z tym nic zrobić? Tutaj przychodzi nam na pomoc niezwykła kobieta, wspaniała kobieta, która nazywa się Byron Katie. Kobieta, która sama przeszła załamanie psychiczne i jak to twierdzi, obudziła się na nowo, czy to coś się obudziło w niej na podłodze ośrodka odwykowego. Metoda Byron-Katie pozwala w szybki sposób samodzielnie uwolnić nas, możemy samodzielnie tę metodę stosować, uwolnić się po prostu od tego uścisku, od tego horroru, który organizuje nam nasz własny umysł. Zachwycamy się dzisiaj sztuczną inteligencją, wszelkimi nowinkami technicznymi i to jest fajne, jest rzeczywiście wiele ciekawych rzeczy na świecie, ale nie doceniamy takiej właśnie wiedzy, nie doceniamy tych perełek, które pozwalają, że jesteśmy w stanie samodzielnie, skutecznie radzić sobie z problemami mentalnymi. I postanowiłem, że na moim kanale, na kanale Przyziemne Umiejętności, będzie więcej informacji na temat tego, jak dbać o lekką głowę, jak zapewnić swoją samowystarczalność emocjonalną, mentalną, bo w tych szczególnie szalonych dzisiejszych czasach wydaje się, że bez tego nie jesteśmy w stanie funkcjonować. Mam teraz dla Ciebie coś bardzo ciekawego. Tłumaczony przeze mnie zapis sesji Byron-Katie z kobietą chorą na raka. Przekonaj się, zobacz dokładnie, jak taka sesja wygląda i jakie mogą być jej efekty.
I'm afraid of cancer because it is out of control and could happen to anyone, anytime. Move it.
Yes. And the next?
I'm scared of cancer because it's horrible for people whether they live or die. I'm scared of cancer because the treatment is torturous and the person is terrified most of the time.
So, sweetheart, let's start at the top. There's only one thing more painful than cancer, okay? Put my thinking on this and begin to read.
I'm afraid of my thinking because it is out of control and could happen to anyone, anytime. I'm scared of my thinking because the treatment is torturous. That's the work. And the person and I am terrified most of the time. I hate my thinking because I worry that every new pain or change in my body could be it.
Cancer never did that kind of fear. Cancer just is. And without a story of what it is, it's nothing. This is the torture. This is the cancer. The next one.
Life is definitely better than death.
Can you really know that that's true? That's not my experience. They're equal. Life is better than death. Can you really know that that's true? We've certainly harbored that one for a while.
No, I can't really know that.
Investigate. Life is better than death. Can you really know that that's true? Go in and know for yourself what is true for you. The world will give you their theories. What is true for you? What's the worst that could happen if you realized that life and death were equal? What's the worst that could happen? It's almost as though we have to attach to that concept or we'd kill ourselves. And I would ask, can you really know that that's true? That can take you in a while.
Yeah.
How do you live when you hold the belief that life is more valuable than death, or that life is not equal to death?
I'm scared a lot of the time, and I don't enjoy myself.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy my life.
Yeah. I know I am a lover of what is. Life, I love it. Death, I love it. You know, I'm a lover of what is. Because I found that when I argue with reality, it doesn't feel comfortable inside of me. It's a separation. So I see them as equal because I'm a lover of what is. So my husband's driving. There's this huge truck coming at us, and there's no way he can miss it. There isn't any way. It's not a possibility. And all I feel is joy. Just, it is incredibly exciting. But no more exciting than before the truck. And I just turn to him and I say, you know, sweetheart, look. And he just, and in the peace of that, he's able to miss it. But I scream and he can't, there's only fear in the car. It's blind, it's deaf. In the peace of peace, in the presence of peace, it's the end of war.
I want that.
It doesn't scream, what the hell are you doing? You're killing me. It's rapture. God. It's self-unfolding. Every moment. Who would you be without this story that life is more precious than death?
I'd be open and peaceful and enjoying it all.
Yeah. You know, life and death are equal. I was born on the floor of a halfway house. It appeared. It appeared. Itself lived. It was okie dokie the way it was. It's equal. The same. Let's look at the next.
I want cancer to be easily detected, easily and painlessly treated.
Hopeless. Hopeless. They say you've got it, you don't. You know, they say you don't have it, you do. You have the therapy for it, the chemotherapy, and then they say that's what killed you. Mm-hmm. You don't have the chemotherapy, they say that's what kills you. You have the chemo, they say that's what saved you. You do have the chemo, they say that's what saved you. You know, it's a squirrel cage, it's chaos. Let's turn it around and make some sense out of it. Put my thinking. This is as good as, if your thinking is peaceful, do you care if you have cancer? Do you even care? There's nothing to heal but to meet the thoughts that appear with some understanding. So let's do that.
I want my thinking to be easily detected and easily and painlessly treated.
Yes.
The word.
So it's easily detected. Pain will let you know. It's a built-in gift. And it's easily healed by investigation. It doesn't stop the thinking, and I'm not going to say that. If I say the thinking stops if you investigate, then people get a goal.
Right.
What I can say is if you meet the thoughts with understanding, it's the end of fear. So good the thoughts come. For me, in the desert, sitting in the desert, all of those months, weeks, years, if you put the whole sum total up, I wanted every thought. I may as well, here they came. So I would investigate. And until each one was met, I was no friend. People used to say I was too open. That wasn't my experience. I'm a friend. I'm a friend to the internal. It was only internal life. I met it there. Mm. And then everything anyone says in the whole world, on radio, on television, through television, in your family, in your churches, if you see one thing that is painful, investigate. Because we are you. When the mind is quiet, the world as it turns out, is also your internal. So until the world's quiet, you're not quiet. And that's the peace. It's a natural thing to want to heal the world. But it's reversed. When I meet my thoughts with understanding, it gets very quiet. But then I hear you. You are my internal. It's a match. So I am here to serve you. Without end, without rest, that is the rest. And if you like what you have, which can be a terrifying thought within you, if you want that, I love you. I want what you want. There is nothing to heal. I know the power of pain. I know the gift of pain. So rather than look at yours, I healed my own. Now I can be with you without condition, without the condition that you heal in any way. I love you. You can die forever in the fire. And until you ask, I love you without condition. You don't have to get out of the fire. That's love. And if it appears as attractive from here, you may ask. And that asking, the door is open and then it can penetrate. No door, it's just a solid wall. I wait. That's love, in my experience. Let's look at the next one.
I want cancer to be always curable or completely preventable.
Hopeless, hopeless, hopeless.
I want my thinking to be always curable and completely preventable.
Possible, in my experience.
Okay. I want to know in my heart that God is everything, even cancer.
You need to know that. Can you really know that that's true? Just one more dogma concept.
It is.
There's one more sweet concept. How do you live when you hold the belief you should know that God is everything, even cancer?
I live like I haven't arrived.
Can you see a reason to drop this myth?
Yeah.
Can you see one good reason to keep the attachment to the story that is not painful?
Well, what's going on is that by holding on to that, I feel like I'm moving toward it.
And how does it feel?
Frustrating. Yeah. No, there isn't any reason.
Who would you be without the story?
I would just be here where I am.
That's my experience. Let's look at the next.
Cancer shouldn't be so difficult and painful for people and families.
Is that true? What's the reality of it?
Oh, the reality is that it is difficult and painful for people.
Yes. It's not the cancer, it's people's thinking about cancer. And some of us don't know that yet.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
So, turn it around, my thinking.
My thinking shouldn't be so difficult and painful for people and families.
Yeah. That's what invades family. Cancer never did that kind of destruction. The next one.
It shouldn't cause a long, slow, horrible death.
My thinking.
My thinking shouldn't cause a long, slow, horrible death. That is so true.
Yeah. Yeah.
It shouldn't have killed my friend Jimmy, who is such a good person.
Cancer should not have killed your friend Jimmy. Can you really know that that's true? What's the reality of it?
It did.
It did. How does it feel when you attach to the concept that would argue with what is?
That the world is a scary place.
That God is a scary masochist.
And God is scary.
Yep. And if you're not good, you're next.
Yeah, one never knows.
Yep.
Like that. Yeah.
Can you see a reason to drop the attachment to this concept?
A reason to drop the attachment. Yes, 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 yes.
Can you see one good reason to keep attachment to this story that is not painful? Jimmy died too young. Is that true? Boy, that's an old one. He didn't live out his life. Can you, I mean, that's insane. Of course he did. That's it. It's crazy. He died too young. That's crazy. He died at exactly the right moment. And what do you get when you attach to these old, ancient, it's mythology. It was in books for children. It's not real. The way that we know it's not real is we lose our connection with Source when we attach to them. It's the opposite of what is true and loving. And the arrogance that says God is a net and should surely listen to me. God, he died too young. No, you're not listening. No, listen to wisdom here. You know, he died too young. The world would be better with him, God. It's pure arrogance to attach to these thoughts and the tears that come with it. It has to be all of this emotion or we lose the dream.
It's like a tragedy. You know, life gets to be tragic and there's this...
and unfair.
And unfair. Yeah.
Yes, honey.
I just had the thought, did Christ die too young?
I don't think so. Yeah, he died at all. He died at all. Can you really know that that's true? I look at you and I don't think so. Feel it. I don't think so. So, sweetheart, let's turn it around.
My thinking shouldn't have killed my friend Jimmy, who is such a good person.
How many times did he die?
Every time I thought about him.
Yeah. He died once, and you killed him over and over. Yeah. You crucify yourself in his name.
Yeah.
You crucify him in his name. Yeah, and God. To argue with what is you lose. You feel it. Yeah. So I like to say I'm a lover of what is, not because I'm the spiritual being, but because I'm just a woman that knows the difference between what hurts and what doesn't. Simple. Let's look at the next.
It shouldn't have put Sally through such a hellish nightmare.
Cancer should not put people through hellish nightmares. What's the reality of it?
It does.
That's the story. Cancer is putting people in... Okay. So what happens when you attach to the story that cancer is putting people through hellish nightmares? How does that feel inside of you?
Same thing. Just scared, and it validates all of this other.
That could be how people get cancer. The mutation from being so far away from connection to what is true for you. Can you see a reason to drop the story? People who have cancer that find what you're stepping into don't care about cancer anymore.
Yeah.
I like to work with people who think they're on their deathbeds. We have a lot of fun. Yes.
Okay. All right. This is a story. There's a man who fell over a cliff, and as he was falling to his death, the last minute he lunged and grabbed this branch that was sticking out from the side of the cliff, and he's hanging precariously over this huge precipice. He says, "Oh God, please help me. This is my hour of greatest need. If you'll only save me." And then this voice comes and says, "Let go." And he stops for a minute and he says, "Is there anyone else up there I can talk to?"
So, to hang on to the branch is terrifying because we're projecting the fall. That's confusion. To let go of the branch is to lose the choice. And that's the freedom. Once you know the branch isn't there and you're falling, there's peace. Confusion is wanting two things at once. Letting go of the branch is less terrifying than hanging on and thinking we had a choice. Doesn't matter if someone comes to help us or not, hanging on to that branch thinking that I have a choice. If I'm hanging on to the branch, good I fall, good I don't. I'm a lover of what is. But to project the fall is to miss the branch.
Yeah.
Is to miss the love of the branch, of just the hand, the whole thing. To project it would be to keep me from the gratitude of just breathing in the moment. We come to see that we don't even have a choice about hanging on to the branch or not. That we're not even doing that. Investigation. Let's look at the next.
I need to know I'll never have it, and I need to know that no more of my friends or family will ever have it.
Hopeless.
Right.
Yep. Yeah. Because it could be true that no one has cancer. It could be true that everything is just what is. God. God is everything but not cancer. God is everything. Cancer is medicine. And we call it enemy. Everything is good. We attach to a story about life is not equal to death, and there's terror.
Yeah.
That health is superior to cancer. That's terrifying because everyone gets sick. And we keep trying to beat it, and it never happens as it should be. That only leaves self-realization. And in the peace of that, there's no sickness, and there's no death, and there's no pain, and there's no sorrow. It's all been just a dream. Let's look at the next dream.
Cancer is out of control, terrifying, treacherous, deadly, and painful.
No, it is what it is, and it's on its perfect course. It's beauty. It's nature. It's love. And a story only serves to keep us from the awareness of that. To keep us present as the experience of it. So let's turn it around, put my thinking on it, and let's see what is as true or truer for some of us.
My thinking is out of control, terrifying, treacherous, deadly, and painful.
Especially around cancer.
Yes. Yes, that is true.
Isn't that true? Cancer never caused that kind of chaos. Not ever. Cancer is peace. except for the story we would tell about it. Yes, sweetheart.
Yeah. But, okay, like, there is no thought here, but there are sensations in my body when I have pain. It's no story, no thought, but there is a sensation that is not comfortable. And I cannot
what do you experience in your whole life? A feeling that's not comfortable. That's what the work is for. Go ahead. Continue to talk. I understand it.
I mean, pain is separated than thought. It's a sensation in the body.
Pain is not separate from thought in my experience. You're much quieter. You're unrecognizable, Angel. I love that you're here. I don't know what it feels like on the inside, and it is so sweet to meet with you again.
Maybe I need just to be here.
Pain a lot. I treat people who've had chronic pain for years.
Yes.
And I need to know what it is you're saying when you say that pain is not real and it's connected to thought.
I didn't say it wasn't real.
Oh, that,
It's real to the person experiencing it or observing it.
well, I'm very afraid of pain myself, and
Yes.
so is there a way to deal with it on a thinking level?
Not in my experience.
By doing the work, can people eliminate physical pain?
As close as I can tell it in my life is pain used to be on top and everything was underneath it. Now, pain is on the bottom. You know, it's underlying. This always overrides. And it's nothing more than clarity.
But you're able to experience physical pain still?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
clear
It
that
just
one
doesn't
up.
have anything to do with me.
Okay. I'd like
And
to,
I have to say that this may not be easy to hear. I'm going to try to describe it. It's God, I love it, I kiss it, and it's nothing that I'm doing on purpose. It is itself, I love.
pain.
It's what is. What could there be that I wouldn't love? It's not that it wouldn't scream and cry or howl, I don't know. It's just not my experience the last 13 years. It's amazing to have something like some injury where blood is gushing and be delighted. You know, where you don't even know if maybe the limb's there or not. You just, it's what is. I'm a lover of what is. It's who and what we are without a story. And in the peace of that, we know where to go, what to do. You know, there's not, oh my God, I hurt myself. You just get on the phone, you call 911. It's just, you know, it's self doing what it does. It knows everything, but it's without the suffering. It does what it always does, there's just no suffering in it. So you can have pain and suffering, or you can just have pain. Simple.
Great, that's great.
Yes.
Can I work with you after lunch up there?
I would like that.
Thank you.
Welcome. Nahid, and this is common with people in the work, Nahid said she was running a fever. She's at your service totally. She doesn't stop. And last evening she said, this is the first time I have been sick like this and not suffered. Those weren't her words. They were much sweeter than what I just said. It just didn't matter. The joy didn't stop. She didn't go into the story of sick. It just comes to pass not to stay, huh, honey? Anyone else? Yes, honey.
I have a friend who has a broken body story. And every time I see him, I say, "How are you?" And he always says, "Excellent." And I once said, sometimes I believe that everything is not excellent with you. And he said, there are circumstances that are excellent, but it has nothing to do with my being excellent.
Yes. Yes. Anyone else? Yes, honey.
Katie, there is, I understand what you're saying, but there is that thought that says, if I feel the pain and I'm in this, I don't know, God-conscious state that you're describing, then maybe I won't call 911, or maybe I'll think, like people may have had the experience of being on drugs or intoxicated, or, oh, look, I'm bleeding. And you just go on doing what you were doing. There's this fear that
Yes.
isn't it the fear that makes me respond? Isn't it the panic? Isn't it the worry?
I love that. So without internal war, no goodness can come. That's what this says. Without fear, we cannot get a result. That says that only war is valuable. So when we hold that fear and say, without the fear, I'm not going to be safe or alive, then we're saying, the way I describe it is like saying, for the world to end war as long as we have the biggest bomb. Because that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about it, but we're not going to live it. So if I hold the belief you're talking about and use fear to be safe, then I'm saying that war is the way. War is the only way. Violence is the only way. So my experience is, well, here's my experience. I'm intact. And I go places that my family do not like me. The first 3 years I went places that they were not okay with them. And I'm intact. There were some men, my husband and I were in an area where there were some men threatening people with violence. They were pounding on their vehicles and scaring them and all kinds of frightening things for people. And I knew if I walked that direction that their attention would turn to me. They were trying to get money from people, and until they rolled down the windows and gave them money, they wouldn't let them go. And I knew that if I walked the direction it came to me to walk, and I knew that their attention would go toward me, and inside of me, can I really know that that's true? You see, but it's not a mental thinking out. And I walked that way, and their attention did come. And by the time, I don't know, an hour later, by the time my husband found me, we're all sitting on a curb, they're sitting in my lap, all these men, they're crying, they're telling me the story of their wonderful families, their children, how they haven't seen them in 30 years, and the sorrow, what it's like to live on the streets. You know, the worst that can happen is truth. I'm intact, and I walk in truth. But it's not so that I can be safe. I just don't hold the concept that life is more valuable than death. And it's not something I do on purpose. I've just investigated. It's who I am without a story. I'm very clear when it's needed about where to go, what to do, because it's not I doing it. I love that you brought that up, because that's our fear. Without fear, we would not be safe. Quite an illusion. It's the great setup. It's a mirror image. It's backward. With fear, I'm not safe. And we can feel that. It's so obvious. In peace, do you care if you live or die? I mean, when you're asleep, no story running, there's no one to care if you wake up. There's no one to know even if you did, you woke up or not. Well, that's what it's like without a story, only it's self-lived sweetly, asleep or awake. It's a most amazing thing, this self-realization. Yeah. Any other thoughts? Katie? Here, there's one standing here, honey.
I was never afraid of getting cancer, and 2 years ago I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I have to tell you, it was probably the most wonderful thing that ever happened to me. I went into like 3 days of total fear, and then I just somehow met it, and I dropped with the cancer because I knew that my life might not go on and on and on and on. I kind of dropped the story about my shame and guilt. And it was the most amazing thing, because I just had self-hatred my whole life. And I just wanted to share that. But actually, I wanted the mic because I want to be on the list to do the work with you, Katie.
Thank you, Angel. Good. Carlton.
Somebody was asking about doing the work. Does it make pain go away? And my experience is doing the work made an awful lot of pain go away. That's what it seemed like, that apparently a lot of the beliefs I held were manifesting physically.
It's as though who we are without a story is painless.
Seems to be that way. And about pain, like pain still comes, but in my mind, what's removed is something that used to say it was wrong. So maybe I get a cut. The mind doesn't say that's wrong, it just says there's a cut.
Yes.
I feel something and I'll do something, whatever seems like the right thing to take care of it, but
that's
a
wrong. Great description.
And the other thing, talking about the cancer, I heard in my head, it said something about, you read this or you hear it on the radio, they died of natural causes.
And everyone does?
Yeah, as if cancer was not a natural thing, or, Now, of course, I would like to die of natural causes, too.
If someone murders me, I died of a natural cause.
Yeah, if the plane fell out of the air with you in it, that would probably be natural too.
Cause. So good to see you again.
Mam nadzieję, że ten odcinek zapewnił Ci nadzieję, inspirację, że istnieje sposób, szybki, prosty sposób, który może spowodować całkowite zredukowanie tych tortur naszego umysłu w głowie lub znaczące ich zredukowanie. Sam od lat codziennie praktykuję metody, które powodują, że umysł staje się spokojniejszy, radośniejszy i niejako przekierowuje ten cały potencjał twórczy mojego umysłu, który był wykorzystywany na tworzenie czarnych scenariuszy, na takie zwykłe działania twórcze, na działania przy ziemi, realne, a nie w ciągłym fantazjowaniu. Jeśli ten temat Cię zainteresował, jeśli chcesz dowiedzieć się, jak możesz zrobić pierwszy krok, by rozpocząć pielęgnowanie Twojej spokojnej, radosnej, kreatywnej głowy, zapraszam Cię na spotkanie online ze mną, spotkanie całkowicie bezpłatne, link w opisie. Do zobaczenia.